we are underway here in Las Vegas.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 11.
Slot man moves right.
He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44.
That's a start they can live with. 15 yards on their first play from scrimmage.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down, because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 5.
Now they go play action now. Burrow. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
First down. Here's Burrow.
Looking for Ridley on the out route. He's got him.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Here we go.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here we go.
3rd and 2.
12. 11. 11.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
He's got his target. That's complete.
Touchdown, Bengals.
Jamar Chase.
A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Bengals are on the board here first in the season opener.
Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he... attempt to return.
ready.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Well, there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 31-yard line. That's good for 28 yards.
A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, had his team on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day one.
This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Daniel Carlson set for the Raider field goal. A 33-yarder from the left hash. Carlson able to put this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Burrow on play action.
He will find his man Chase complete. Down the left sideline.
A big play there on the catch and run. 73 yards.
Oh, man, disappointment that he couldn't finish that off in the end zone. What an effort there, doing all he can to get to the pylon, and he's going to wind up out of bounds just short. But a huge play there, going to set him up with first and goal from very short range.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. And a nice play there from the new pickup, signed just this past week to help fortify this defense.
He truly is the definition of an impact player. Surprise, surprise that it took this long for someone to pick him up. I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Third and goal, Burrow. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open, just a split second too late on the release. Can this defense hold him out? Here we go now. Fourth and goal from the 2. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase.
Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Bengals' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 11.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. First and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. After one, a 14-3 ball game.
Second quarter from Vegas, the homestanding Raiders with a football here,
as they've got it second down and 12.
Here we go, here we go.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
It's DJ Turner who's got it.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD.
Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick 6.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is up to 18 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Let's go now.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. He'll buy some time right. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
On one, ready?
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
12.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Raiders will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. He finds his man complete. That's Jacobs. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. A handoff, Jacobs running to the left. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Touchdown Raiders. Jacoby Myers, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Raiders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it makes the score 21-10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal is not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Here we go.
From the 42 now, here's second and 2.
11 empty.
To the air again, Burrow. Oh, and that is incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
out. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Now Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Zach Taylor, a new breed of head coach. He's going to go for it on 4th down. Again, it's Burrow. And he is caught. 20, 10, touchdown. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Bengals are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That one's complete out to Michael Mayer. Look at the big fella go. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 73 yards.
Oh, big-time credit. What a play design there. They wanted to get him loose in the open field, and they succeeded. He had all sorts of room to operate in, and they finally track him down inside the 5-yard line.
Touchdown Raiders. Jacoby Myers, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Raiders get a bit closer. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone, because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 12 yards that time, and a Cincinnati 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep when you catch him close to the spot.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
The slot man in motion right.
They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. What a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
I know nowadays they give a lot of guys different things when they get to the sidelines after creating a big play, but just throw a cape on this guy because he single-handedly ended multiple drives. Interception earlier, sack on 3rd down. Really? Should have a better game plan installed for how to contain him because he's affecting this game in so many ways.
That's complete. And he is going to have the Bengals first down, and they come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving and then some.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Jordan Battle.
And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
11.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
2nd down and 4. Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
44 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Gun. Cut.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. And the ball situated at the 9. 2nd and goal.
11.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Hunter Renfrow to return it from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Here we go,
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
11.
Now it's Burrow.
Got a man open. It's Chase.
And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
12.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Bengals take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And they open the lead up now to 25.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From his end zone, here's Renfrow. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And now here is another interception. Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. And some room to work. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
the gun now on third down. And my goodness, another interception.
It's DJ Turner who's got it. And the Bengals are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They have picked up right where they left off in half number one, just looking really dominant, extending this lead.
And it's fun to see when teams actually do that, because so many times you go into the half after playing well, and you kind of relax a little bit. We've got this. We can kind of punch the button whenever we get good and ready. But for a team to keep the intensity and keep the execution up and come back after the half and play so well, that's actually really, really nice to see.
And a pedal to the metal. That's what we're seeing right now. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave them with a third down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Now it's Burrow. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Here we go. Here we go.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff.
Gun.
Ball on the 27. Here's a second down and 6.
Here's Burrow. And that is caught. It's Ridley. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter.
Here we go.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there. Making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut.
And the Bengals are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
From his end zone, here's Renfro. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. 47 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Took just 1 play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. A quick throw to the left flat, and he's got it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with second and a couple.
A nice throw right there, and these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. And I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave. Embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
Trap 50.
Back to throw now on first down. And now here is another interception.
And the Bengals are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Here we go, here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock.
Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Robert Spillane. And the Raiders will take over possession here up at the 44. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things.
There he goes, left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
And second and 10. He'll look to throw again.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Ready?
On play action, they'll throw. Throw left side complete. That's Myers. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. And the Bengals are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. Here's another first and goal, but from a little further back this time following the penalty. They'll set up to throw. And it's caught. That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal. Another completion there. You know, we think about the draft back in the spring. He was selected, obviously, the #1 overall pick. There's great money with that, but, Charles, I would think maybe an extra burden, too, or is that not that big of a deal at all?
It actually is in the beginning of his career an added burden, but it's one of those things that if you play well, it becomes something that justifies why you were taken #1. You're fine with that. If you don't play well, it can be an albatross.
So now things get interesting on 3rd and goal from the 1.
This almost becomes a Darwinian call, doesn't it? Almost survival of the fittest here. I know we can go all cliche. I'll go ahead and do it. Who wants it more here? Who has a better leverage at the line of scrimmage? Let's go and see what happens.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Jacobs. And Jacobs, I don't think is going to get there. No, it appears they're going to mark him short of the first. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will cut this lead down to 25. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the 4th quarter. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the 4th quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
Here we go. Here we go.
Burrow once again here on 2nd and 10. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach. And maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier. He wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly will have some explaining to do.
And Burrow going to throw again. This is caught inside the 15. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Well, Charles, no matter what the prognosticators say before the season, whether they think you're going to be good, bad, or somewhere in the middle, you never quite know how week 1 is going to play out. But for them, it has been an impressive performance, and they are well on their way to a 1-0 start.
Yeah, it's a lot like opening up presents, isn't it, partner? You're not quite sure what's inside, but you're hopeful, right? In this case, Exactly what they were looking for. Exactly what they need.
From his end zone, here's Renfro. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
That's complete into the hands of Myers.
So he stopped for no gain, and it'll be second down.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener.